doubles killer number 6 is the poach. A lot of players don't poach, they don't help their partner out, and when they do poach, they time it wrong and they don't know what to do. So we're going to show you how to fix it.
Okay, so the poach, it's all about, right, the movement, the timing, and the cues. So why don't you guys just walk us through the secret to poaching like a Brian Bro?
Okay, well, you want to be in the right position in the court.
Okay, so where do we start? Where do we
can't be too close to the alley. So if Mike's going to poach, right in the middle of the box, I don't know, that's about 8 feet back. And you got to have guts, man. You got to not be scared they're going to burn you down the line. Everyone's going to get burned, but that's just going to put more fear in him that Mike's actually actively trying to get the ball.
Yeah.
And you want to move forward, but you want to imagine where that ball is going to be.
Okay.
So to get a really hard shot, Mike's not going to have time to see the ball coming across and then go. He's going to have to imagine where that ball is going to be.
All right.
So
a lot of rec players say, you know, I was thinking about poaching, but I hesitated, and then I watch a poachable ball go by. So that sounds to me like they're not imagining at all.
No, you got to be very decisive. You got to be focused. You got to, you know, see the imaginary ball out there. You got to be kind of planning and knowing before the point that if the opponent went up the line, he's probably not going to do it again. So that's where you poach. Bob plays the game with our opponents throughout the match, and you know, this makes Bob one of the best poachers because he's bold and brave, and he'll go out there in the middle of the court, find that ball, and it makes it scary.
He's thinking a chess move ahead. So before we get to the cues, like literally, what should I look for to go? What's the actual just movement? How do you move when you're poaching? How do we do it so we don't move too late or we don't tip them off and move too early?
Okay,
so what's your position here to start?
You know, if that guy's about to hit a ground stroke, Mike's going to take some moves forward, so he takes up more space.
Okay.
Cuts off the angles. If he's back here, he's going to have to cover a lot more real estate on the diagonal.
Okay, so the secret is first get close to the net.
Yeah, get close to the net, and then Mike's going to make this move, just right across the middle.
It doesn't have to be a big move. I mean, if you're this close to the net, and he's going cross court, I mean, if you're there 2 steps, and you're going to pick off the ball.
The only shot that will beat Mike is one in the alley, which is low risk. I mean, or a high risk shot for him.
Yeah. And rec players are saying, well, you guys are 6'3", 6'4". I'm 5'8", and I personally use the exact same thing. It works great. Like you said, if you're up here, it's just a couple steps, and you're there. You're on top of the ball.
And what people don't realize, if you don't poach and you decide to stay home, a lot of times they're not going to hit right at you, so they're going to go in the alley. So you're either going to move 2 feet this way or cover your alley. That's sometimes I make the mistake when guys set up for big roundies. I'm actually not breaking one way. I stay stagnant if I decide not to poach. You got to get over there to your alley.
So what you're saying is one of the keys to the poach is every single time this person winds up to hit, you're taking a step forward and you're either going this way or you're just kind of taking a step this way.
Yeah,
so you're going one way or the other.
You got to always be
do
moving.
Something. Yeah, do something. Make a move. Play the game. You know, you can fake a little bit this way and then go, but you want to, you know,
try to mess with them.
Yeah, mess with them, make them take their eye off the ball, make them think. You know, when you're thinking in tennis, you're not playing so well.
So I'm moving forward. What's the very moment I break? Right when he's as he's swinging up?
The moment before he hits the ball.
Okay.
Split second
by
before.
the time he hits the ball, it's too late. So you know, right when they're
before
there.
contact.
Yeah.
Before contact.
Got it. Got it. All right. So let's see what that looks like. Let's demo it a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just cross court.
I'll go in the second one here.
Good.
And where are you putting most of those volleys? If it's not like a kill shot, where are you going to stick it?
I'm going right through the vulnerable guy right here at net. You know, if he sees that I'm that close, he's probably going to be backing up.
Okay.
I'm going right through him, or I'm going to go right down the middle.
Right at the
This is
tee,
a perfect.
basically.
Yeah, that's
right
a perfect. That's the bread and butter in doubles, the middle of the court.
Right.
You're going to win a lot of points by just going right through.
Well, yeah, if he's on the net, make him a target. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because he's so close. If you aim low at the shoes, it's going to be a very tough play.
And a lot of rec players are saying, well, I'd love to poach, but I don't feel like my volleys are right where they need to be. But have you ever been, you know, when you're that close to the net, does that make volleying easier?
Yes. There's a lot of guys that can't volley in today's game that just because they get close to the net, they're pretty good. Okay. And to get the ball low when a guy's 2 feet from the net, it's basically impossible.
Okay.
I'd have to skim the ball, basically touch the net to get it at his feet.
Yeah,
so
I can't do it.
You're not going to hit a low volley, and anyone could can put a volley away when they're 2 feet from the net.
Or you shank it and go sideways
yeah.
and it still lands in.
Even if you touch the ball, it's going to go somewhere on that side of the
Okay,
court.
so your volleys get better the closer you are to net.
Yep.
Okay, so let's talk about, as we demo that again, what cues, Mike, are you looking for from him? So you said one was if he's going down the line before, then you might go on the next one because you don't anticipate him going line again.
Well, before the point starts, I know, okay, if Bob hits a good return, I'm going to go on the first shot, or maybe I'm thinking, okay, I'll wait one and go. But it's always better to go in the first 1 or 2 just before they get a time to set up and the point gets going. So we're a first strike team. You know, I'm hoping Bob's going to hit a good return, and then I go like a flash of light through the middle, and the point's over. You know, you don't want to play a long point against these singles guys that can hit ground strokes all day.
So it sounds like your cue, like the biggest cue, is the quality of the shot your partner hit.
Yeah. I mean, if he hits it really deep, then that's automatic.
Okay.
I'm going to be looking to, because if he hits it deep, it's going to be so hard for the guy to hit it over the high part of the net up my line. I'm taking 2 steps to the middle, and I'll be there to end the point. If it's short, then this is kind of like the Japanese speed train. I'm going to maybe hold my position a little bit and brace for impacts.
Okay.
And maybe cover my line.
So that's interesting what you said, though, is that the poach in this instance isn't even a coordinated thing between you two. It's just you evaluating the situation and you just go.
Yeah, I'm kind of the quarterback. I'm the guy at net.
Okay.
I'm going to really control the point here. Hopefully the point's won and lost on the net player's racket.
On your decision making.
Yeah,
okay.
so that's my job unless he comes up to net and gets brave enough. But yeah, I want to keep my eyes way out in front and be watching and be instinctual where that ball lands and watching his racket.
And that comes back to you where it lands, then you imagine where it's going to go.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, let's see how it works.
I'm going to wait one right here.
All right, so
And that
Bob
was
hit a good one.
And I didn't have to go through the middle. That point's over. See, I'm 2 inches from the net.
Yeah.
And
straight down.
that's the right move. It gives you a lot more power when your weight's going forward. And I don't have to be a genius. I mean, that is the secret sauce when you're that close to the net.
No, exactly. And he went on the first or second ball, and he's just making those guys feel more uncomfortable. You know, 3, 4, 5 ground strokes, guys start to feel comfortable. They start to get a rhythm.
Yep.
And they'll be better ground strokers. They can hit up your line across court. So the first or second ball takes their rhythm away.